you feeling now? Why this
What is up, my people? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your boy Nassim the Dream. It is that time of the week. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Singles of the Week. This is a segment where I like to break down some of the newest tracks that has just dropped this past weekend. I'm going to give you my honest thoughts, and I'm going to give them an official rating, so be sure to check them out for yourselves. They are all linked in the description down below. Let's get right into these new singles. We are just going to kick it off hot and heavy with Miss Dua Lipa and her newest track, the second of her upcoming record. This one is called Training Seasons. She's feeling a little bit more of a disco direction as something that I'm kind of sensing for this new record. A lot of funk tropes are trickled into the mix in here as well. I will say with Training Seasons, I'm not blown away from it. It's got some punch to it and some ethereal vocal highlights, but yeah, I'm just not really that crazy for it. I still think you should check it out. I still think there's a really big chance that you might really enjoy this track, especially if you already liked Houdini. Maybe you might like it more. I know a couple people that do like it more than Houdini, but yeah, for me, it was okay. Next up, we got a new one from Mon Laferte with the track Obra de Dios. This is an incredible fuse of exotic ethereal art pop aesthetics and trap elements into the drums. Head over heels for the production overall on this one. It is just magnetic. It is electrifying to really see. Has a really nice like AI sort of finish to it. It's like it's really just added to that type of perfection. There's some jazz horns that are just add such a wonderful touch to here. This is just a total eargasm, like such a satisfying play. I love this. Next up, we have Tierra Whack with her next track out. This one is called 27 Club. Definitely got a lot more pleasant this time around. You have like this like lullaby essence with the lo-fi sound selection in here. There's still a little bit of a head scratcher in terms of what to expect for this new project. I think it's gonna be another thing where it could be all over the place. It could be a little bit more centered into the themes, the sound selection. I'm not really too sure. It's still really just up in the air at this point. I like her singing on this though. It's really nice and gentle on the ears, but it just really feels like something is still missing in this pile. Like it really needs like that extra ingredient to really make this feel like it just delivered, but it's just not here, unfortunately. Next up is this experimental hardcore band Boris with their newest track Serial Tear. I enjoyed a lot of this. It really gave me the feels back into that new metal era, mostly with the progressional side of that era. If you're familiar with the band Sleep, it feels like it almost pays homage to there in a slight way. Very, very minimal though, not as long, of course. I thought this rocked pretty hard though at some moments. I actually really did enjoy this. Pretty interesting out of this world transition points in here. Yeah, I was hooked. This is good. Then we got Grupo Frontera with the newest track Quédate, Bebé. Rough start, very rough start in this intro. I thought it was pretty sloppy. Just wasn't really no magnetic feel to it. This does not pull you in immediately, at least for me. The chorus does pay off, I will say that, and begins to gain its balance more deeper into the progression of the entire track. But yeah, this one just doesn't really feel that special to me. And then we got ScHoolboy Q out with some new music this year. This is the first one from this year and is called Yeern 101. Hard ass track, flows for days. This beat goes so crazy. I love the sinister possession that he's going with, and this whole vibe with the transitioning is just absolutely seamless. Straight heat. This is just straight heat. Cannot wait for that record that's gonna come out March 1st. So stay tuned. Next up is DJ Rez coming out with the newest track Can You See Me. It's not really that much different compared to her usual stuff, the more horror electronic fusions that she really likes to indulge in, especially with just like the art style and art direction that she likes to go to. I feel like this is overall okay. It's fine. It's just something that I'm just so used to hear from her and so familiar with. And that can sound hypocritical because and there's some points where I was like, I don't mind hearing repetition here and there. And I think it's still okay in here and it's still a decent song, but I'm just, I don't know, for this one in particular, I'm just not head over heels for it. And then we got Ariana Grande coming out with the same track, yes, but this time with the one and only, her idol, Mariah Carey, is teaming up on the track. Amazing. I am so happy for Ari, knowing how much she looks up and idolizes Mariah Carey. It's so awesome to see. And then just to think about their vocal chemistry on the song already, it's absolutely awesome. I really do think the song is honestly just as good. I would say that Mariah coming on the track is still a good presence. It's just not something that I feel like is gonna make or break the track. Either build up with it if you already liked it, or if you already didn't like it, make that much of a difference. I still think it's worth the play no matter what, just to hear it, just to hear how it sounds, because I do think there's a lot of things that are appealing on here. Especially I really like the work overall with how far their vocal ranges can really proceed, and just like her presence in this overall. It really does feel like it almost enhances Ariana to a T. Like how I felt with the original listen, I just felt like that opening verse, I really wish it hit different for me, but it's still so cool to see Ariana team up with Mariah Carey. This is cool. Next, we got LustSickPuppy with the track EXES. This one was weird. Listen, that's coming a lot from me by saying something is pushing the limit for my interest. The thing, it's like almost like discomforting, but that's kind of like a poor explanation off the listen. There's just something about it that is just so odd, and she does like her normal aggression electronic shit with the hyperpop, and it gets really unhinged later. That's the thing. It's just like I don't really know how to explain it. This one is weird. This is definitely not for everybody, but not a bad track. Then we got Kim Petras out with Head Honcho. Horny ass song, boy. She is confirmed the Gluck Gluck queen. Her obsession, her absolute praisal and just like worshipness to the dick is absolutely fucking hilarious. It is so funny. Instrumentally, realistically, it has like that nightclub rave vibe. It has the punchiness to it that a lot of electropop does. I don't really think it's that interesting overall, but it's hilarious. It's horny as hell. Oh, and then we got a very interesting one from PVRIS, also teaming up with Tommy Genesis and Alice Longyu Gao for the track Burn the Witch. My eyes popped out of my skull when I seen that lineup. To see Lynn Gunn going hyperpop now, bonkers. But bro, it's about fucking time. I love seeing her going in this direction. This is fucking awesome. Tommy and Alice were fucking lightning on this track. Please give me more of this. This is straight heat. I am so excited to see where she might lead up for this new record. Oh, I cannot wait. Next up, Naya Archives with the track Silence Is Loud. Yet another tremendous piece from the great samba breakbeat queen Naya Archives. Vocals are transformed in a psych manner. The sound design is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I can't say it enough. Clearly. Yeah, overall, plain and simple, fucking awesome. And then we got Wallows with the newest track, Your Apartment. I think this is fine. I honestly think this is fine, but I would say it is above average. It is definitely above average. A very clean mix, very pleasant vocal delivery on here. I really thought the guys just came up with a very cohesive track that just flowed so well with its runtime. The lead up to the chorus is pretty rewarding too. So yeah, this is gonna get the green. Then we got While She Sleeps on the track To the Flowers. Dude, this one shocked me. It is actually so good. Like, they really went to rethink their writing ideas with this one, different ways to really just kind of just throw off the listener, especially the people in their audience and in that whole fan base. Yeah, the intro has like these electronic elements to it that really leads into like the first jet riff. Sick guitar solo. I really thought the chorus was overall pretty decent, pretty nice, pretty pleasant on the ears. And yeah, dude, this thing jams. It jams like a lot more than I thought it would. It'll get the green from me. Then we got KAROL G teaming up with Tiesto on the track Contigo. Very sad about this one. I just think it's mild, like no flavor in this whatsoever. It needed a lot more flair. It is just boring. It's stiff. It's just flavorless. And then next is Marshmello and Sudden Death with the track Triumphant. I mean, in a positive insight, it really does sound like their styles mashed together into, but I just really wouldn't say it's definitely not for me. It's kind of something that I've almost kind of stepped away from. It's something that when I think I'm in the element, in the setting, I can vibe to, but I don't know. It's just a little bit of a turnoff to hear this. I just don't think it really sounds that good together. It just doesn't. And then we got metal band Kittie out with the track Eyes Wide Open. This song is heavy. It is very heavy. They still sound just as good as they did when they started. Yeah, it's just a little bit derivative to me. I really thought... And this is an OG band, but I just thought this sounded way too much like Lamb of God. Like, I might get heat for that, saying like, how do you think Lamb of God came into existence? Like, well, I wouldn't necessarily pick Kittie to say that they're like they have the birthright and of Lamb of God, that they're the reason that that band exists. I mean, maybe Lamb of God was influenced from Kittie, but it wouldn't really make that much sense to me. So I don't know. I still think this sounds pretty cool though. So it's just not original. And then we got Joywave with the track Brain Damage. Fucking slaps, dude. This is an alt rock outfit if you're not familiar with them. Very, very interesting ideas that they put into their alt rock mix. Nothing like too far experimental or abstract. I think it's gonna be pretty suitable for a lot of people who are like to play a lot of like the indie rock scenes, the alt rock scenes, and just pretty much simple fashion rock. Yeah, because it really does stand out. I thought it was very unique how they built up their rhythms with the sound design on here, and ultimately just works well and sounds well all around. It's fire. We got Chicago's own Polo G out with the track Sorries and Ferraris. You know, this is gonna be one that's like pretty much still stuck in the melodic Chicago drill style of hip hop, which a lot of Polo G has really been just helping spread worldwide and make it even more popular, especially like currently. And you know, I think for that scale, this is exactly what I expected from this track. And I still think it's a solid track. It's just not really. I don't really care to hear something like this at the moment, just because I kind of want to hear you uplift or evolve the genre to something different. That's kind of what I'm really wanting from stuff like this. It just doesn't really stand out to me, at least compared to its contemporaries. I will say though, I think people will enjoy it. It's not really that upbeat as people will think, but it's decent. Then Vampire Weekend is out with the track Capricorn. Yeah, I respect what Vampire is going for aesthetically. It almost feels like they're paying homage to like the 80s and how like around that time pioneers they were coming out for like noise rock and experimental rock, like My Bloody Valentine or something like that. But the singing is just not good. Pure and simple, not good on this instrumental. It does not work. Then next, Pearl Jam is out with the track Dark Matter. Lots of old rock fans are surely going to be excited with this one, just because it really does appeal to that classic audience for hard rock, which is honestly fine. And I think it really works to that T. It's just pretty much what I expected, but almost not so much, because I was kind of almost thinking this would be a stinker. At the same time, it was something that I could expect to hear, somewhat sound aesthetically wise, but also pretty kick-ass. So it's nothing that I'm thirsting for or I'm begging for. I would put on my top shelf. But yeah, this was a decent listen. And then we got Gunna with his newest track, Bitter Sweet. Gunna is on here showing us his more vulnerable side to him, and I think that is something a little bit different from Gunna, rapping over these somber acoustics, rain falling, really sad vibe that Gunna's really giving us. This was definitely a sad waste of time, because it's trash. It's a throwaway. It's boring as hell, poor bars, mediocre beat. I'm getting to the last two tracks now, and I just want to make it clear, this next track is the runner-up. It is the runner-up. It's not how it always goes in my video. The one before the next song I'm about to present for Single of the Week is not always the runner-up, but I want to make it clear this is, and that is John Summit and Hayla's newest track, Shiver. God fucking damn it, everything Hayla touches just turns into deep house gold, baby. John Summit on here is just outdoing himself, doing better than what I thought they previously did on Where You Are. I thought the vocal performance from Hayla was absolutely fabulous. Obsessed with the futuristic downtempo rave scene and that it paints out. It just kind of has like that cyberpunk aesthetic to it, like very futuristic. Epic. Absolutely epic. I am in love with this. Then ending off this week's Singles of the Week is a track that I decided to react to, and the track that is going to be getting the Single of the Week, and that is Beyonce's Texas Hold'em. So guys, you have to go check out the reaction to hear the reason why, but be sure to know that it is the Single of the Week. And that is it for this week's Singles of the Week, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, go and like, share, and comment down below of what you thought of these tracks. Do not forget to check them out for yourselves. They're all linked in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Deuces.